What happened when two friends fall in love without seeing each other? Hi viewers, welcome to Film Fudge. In 2004, in the quiet town of Hudson, Ohio, Scotty Thomas thinks he's stepping into a new phase of life after high school, but things fall apart instantly when his girlfriend Fiona dumps him right after graduation. Still trying to process the breakup, Scotty heads to a graduation party with his best friend Cooper, hoping to distract himself. But the night turns into a nightmare when a band performs a brutally honest song called Scotty Doesn't Know, revealing that Fiona had been cheating on him with the band's lead singer, Donnie. The entire crowd sings along, and Scotty is left completely humiliated. Drunk, heartbroken, and angry, Scotty returns home and checks his email, where he finds a message from his German pen pal, Mika. She expresses sympathy and even suggests they finally meet in person. However, because Scotty has always assumed Mika is a guy named Mike, Cooper convinces him that this could be dangerous, possibly a predator. Acting on fear and frustration, Scotty rudely tells her to stay away. Soon after, his younger brother Bert points out that Mika is actually a common female name in Germany. That realization hits Scotty hard. He understands he just pushed away a girl who genuinely cared about him, and he starts to realize he has feelings for her. When he tries to fix things, it's too late. Mika has blocked him. Determined to make things right, Scotty decides to travel across Europe to find her and apologize in person. Cooper eagerly joins him, turning it into an adventurous trip. Their journey begins in London, where they encounter a wild group of Manchester United football hooligans led by Mad Maynard. What starts as a fun night of partying quickly spirals out of control, and Scotty and Cooper wake up the next morning on a bus heading to Paris with the same chaotic group. In Paris, things finally start to settle when they run into their classmates Jenny and Jamie, who are touring Europe together. The twins decide to join Scotty and Cooper on their mission to find Mika in Berlin. But the journey doesn't get any easier. In Amsterdam, while Jamie is distracted in a shady alley, he gets robbed, losing all their money, passports, and tickets. Stranded and desperate, they attempt to hitchhike to Berlin, but due to a language misunderstanding, they accidentally end up in Bratislava instead. Surprisingly, Bratislava turns into a strange stroke of luck. With a highly favorable exchange rate, their limited cash suddenly feels like a fortune, and they enjoy a wild night at a nightclub. Under the influence of absinthe, things take an awkward turn when Jenny and Jamie, completely intoxicated, end up kissing each other, only to be horrified when they realize what they've done. The next morning, reality hits again, and with the help of a local man, they finally make it to Berlin. However, their timing is once again off. Mika has already left with a summer tour group and will only be reachable briefly in Rome. With no other choice, Jamie sacrifices his valuable Leica camera to buy tickets for everyone. Their journey now reaches its final and most chaotic chapter in Italy. In Rome, they track Mika down to Vatican City, where she is touring before leaving for a summer job at sea. While searching for her inside the Vatican, Scotty and Cooper accidentally trigger a major alarm by ringing a sacred bell, an act that signals the death of the Pope. Chaos erupts instantly. In the confusion, Scotty ends up on a balcony overlooking a massive crowd who mistakenly believe he is the newly chosen pope. While the real pope watches the madness unfold on television, the Swiss guards quickly step in and detain Scotty and Cooper. Just when things seem to completely fall apart, the same Manchester United hooligans from London suddenly appear at the Vatican and demand their release, creating even more absurd chaos. In the middle of all this madness, Scotty finally finds Mika. He introduces himself properly, apologizes for everything, and confesses his feelings. Mika, touched by his effort and honesty, forgives him, and the two finally share a meaningful connection before she leaves for her trip. Afterward, everyone's paths begin to separate. On the flight back to Ohio, Cooper and Jenny finally give in to their chemistry and start a relationship. Jamie decides to stay back in Europe after landing a job opportunity. Scotty, meanwhile, returns home having completed a journey that started with heartbreak but ended with growth. As college begins, Scotty starts a new chapter at Oberlin College focusing on his pre-med studies. While talking to Cooper on the phone, he casually mentions his new roommate, only to be surprised when Mika knocks on his door. Due to yet another mix-up with her name, she has been assigned as his roommate. This time, fate works in her favor. The two happily reunite, bringing Scotty's chaotic, emotional, and hilarious journey to a perfect full-circle ending. The film ends here. If you like this explanation, please like, share, and comment this video, and subscribe to Film Fudge. Thanks for watching.